Fulton Steamer basketball is on the air live from Stan Borgman Court. It is senior night here tonight as the Fulton Steamer girls play host to the Morrison Phillies in an NUIC Southern Division matchup. And before we get to previewing the two teams and get to our pregame, we are going to step aside. We'll leave the cameras running, the microphones on, as you will get to see our senior night festivities here at Fulton High School. 3 senior basketball players to be honored tonight: Haley Smither, Belle Curley, and Araya Mitchell. All 3 will be honored here tonight along with their parents on senior night. So we will step aside and bring you the festivities here at Fulton High School for senior night.
Okay, welcome to senior night for our Lady Steamers basketball 2026. Our first senior, Belle Curley, daughter of Dave and Krista Curley. Next, we have Haley Smither, daughter of Dave and Amanda Smither. And our last senior this evening, Araya Mitchell, daughter of Josh and Lindsay Mitchell, and Soraya Lauer. Morrison senior girls as well. We have number 11, Elaine Gallegos, and number 34, Amaya Corrales, with the assist from their coach. Thank you.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
From the moment I walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We are going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
From the moment I walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We are going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people. And they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process. And that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
Walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people. And they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process. And that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
And welcome back to Stan Borgman Court here at Fulton High School. It is senior night as the Fulton Steamer girls play host to their old nemesis, the Morrison Phillies. How you doing, everybody? Robert Bertram live here from Stan Borgman Court, the site of this NUIC Southern Division matchup here this evening between these two rivals, the Fulton Steamers and the Morrison Phillies. It is Rival Week We'll be back here tomorrow night as the two boys varsity teams from Fulton and Morrison will do battle here at Stan Borgman Court. So we get our rivalry week underway here tonight. First, it's the ladies to get things started here this evening. The JV game, by the way, going to Fulton. They defeated Morrison 31-19. Let's take a look at both teams as we're about 4 minutes away from tip-off here this evening. For the Morrison Phillies, they come in to the matchup tonight sitting at 0-7 in the NUIC South, currently in 7th place on the year. They are still looking for that first victory coming into this matchup here against the Fulton Steamers. Offensively, Morrison coming in averaging just under 20 points a game. Defensively, the Phillies giving up an average of over 46.5 points per game. They lost the first meeting back on January 8th with Fulton when they played host to the Steamers in Morrison, and Fulton came out on top 45-15 in that matchup. Now the Phillies, under the direction of first-year head coach Kyle Skipper, I had a chance to talk to him during the JV game, and he comes over from Erie to coach at Morrison. So again, Kyle Skipper in his first season at the helm of the Morrison Phillies, who come into this matchup tonight looking for that first win of the season. The Fulton Steamers come into the matchup tonight sitting at 4-4 in the NUIC South, currently in 4th place. Overall, the Steamers come in with 16 wins and 8 losses. Now that is the most wins for a Mike Menchaca coached Fulton Steamer team. The previous high was 15 wins, and that was back in the 2019-2020 season when his squad went 15-14. But again, this year's squad sitting at 16-8 heading into this matchup here this evening. The Steamers come in having won 5 of their last 7. Offensively, they are averaging 46 points a game. Defensively, the Steamers giving up an average of just under 39.5 points per game. They are led in scoring by Bree Hayton, the sophomore, averaging 13.5 points per game. Ren Coffey, also a sophomore, she is averaging just over 10 points a game. Haley Smither, one of the 3 seniors honored tonight on senior night, she is averaging 9 points a game. Then you have both Ella Folk and Breanne Brennan, a pair of sophomores, averaging just at 5 points per game. The Steamers, of course, under the direction of 13th year head coach Mike Menchaca, he has a record of 120 wins and 201 losses as head coach of the Fulton Steamers. Again, the Steamers won the first meeting with Morrison at Morrison back on January 8th, 45-15. In that game, Bree Hayton led the way with 15 points. Breanne Brennan had 8, and Haley Smither and Ella Folk each finished with 7 in that Steamer victory. Fulton, by the way, at 6-3 here on the home floor this season. The Morrison Phillies are 0-7 on the road this season. So we're going to get to our national anthem, and then we will have the starting lineups for tonight's NUIC Southern Division matchup here on senior night at Stan Borgman Court, the Fulton Steamers and the Morrison Phillies. Here is our national anthem. right, so there you have our national anthem. Now we'll get to tonight's starting lineups for the Morrison Phillies, who are in the traveling red uniforms with the blue numerals and white trim. Again, under the direction of first-year head coach Kyle Skipper. It'll be number 11, Elaine Gallegos, the senior. Also number 10, Kiera Hudson, a junior. Number 22, Avery White, the junior. Sophie Damhoff, the sophomore. And it'll be number 15, Ashley Alba, the junior. So again, the starting five for the Morrison Phillies tonight: Sophie Damhoff, Kiera Hudson, Elaine Gallegos, Ashley Alba, and Avery White. So it will consist of a starting five, 3 juniors, 1 senior, and 1 sophomore for the Morrison Phillies and first-year head coach Kyle Skipper. As is tradition here at Fulton High School, the lights go down, the video board lights up with Fulton Steamer girls basketball highlights, and now we will get to the Steamer starting lineup here tonight for this matchup in the NUIC Southern Division. Again, the JV game going to Fulton as they defeated Morrison 31-19. For the Steamers, it'll be number 10, Ren Coffey, the sophomore. Also for the Steamers, it'll be number 12, Bree Hayton, the sophomore. Getting the start on senior night, it'll be Araya Mitchell. Also Haley Smither. And Belle Curley. So the Steamers go with a starting five tonight of 3 seniors and 2 sophomores for 13th year head coach Mike Menchaca. So the lights back on, and we're going to get set to bring you this NUIC Southern Division match, Fulton and Morrison, as the 2 rivals go at it for a second and final time in the regular season, and the tap controlled by the Steamers. Bree Hayton with the ball on their side to Ren Coffey. Coffey out front with the basketball. Facing a zone applied right now. Near side, Mitchell has it. She'll pop a 3. It's up too strong. And the rebound comes off to Morrison. Phillies with the basketball. Try to force it inside. White has it at the free throw line. Near side to Hudson. As they work against that Steamer 2-3 zone. 7:15 to play here in the opening quarter, no score. It's senior night here at Fulton High School. Inside, White free, shot good. And the junior Avery White's given Morrison an early 2-0 lead. Steamers with a basketball. Ren Coffey kicks it inside to Bree Hayton. Her shot too strong. Haley Smither had the rebound, lost it, and will head the other direction. Now the ball stolen back by Orion Mitchell. Mitchell comes up with a steal. Here's a shot by Belle Curley for three. No good, off the mark. And we're going to get an official's timeout. We'll have an injury to one of the Phillies. That's Hudson, Kiera Hudson. She'll come off to the bench and be replaced in the lineup for Morrison. Steamers with the basketball, and they're going to throw it away. So Fulton will turn the ball back over to Morrison, as the Phillies will inbounds the basketball. Inside White, shot no good. She's fouled by Haley Smither, and we'll have a couple free throws coming up. Haley Smither picks up foul number one. First team foul on the Steamers in the quarter. Two free throws coming up for Avery White of the Morrison Phillies. She has the only 2 points on the scoreboard thus far. Free throw is up, no good, off the left side of the rim. She'll have one more coming here. White had 5 points in the first meeting between these teams back in January. Free throw good. Avery White hits 1 out of 2 as all 3 Morrison points, and the Phillies lead it 3-0. Fulton with the basketball. Mitchell, left side, Hayton for 3. It's up, good! A 3-point basket for Bree Hayton out of that left corner. Her 46th 3-point basket of the season, and ties up the ball game at 3 apiece, and then Morrison will turn the ball over. So Fulton with the basketball on the Philly turnover. They'll inbounds far side of the court in their offensive zone, all tied at 3 as the Steamers look to take their first lead of the ball game. Ren Coffey with the basketball out front between the circles, left side to Bree Hayton. Back to Coffey, near side to Mitchell. Mitchell with the ball in the corner to Hayton. Nothing there, back out to Ren Coffey. Coffey with the ball. It's like a 1-2-2 right now by the Phillies. Curley for 3, it is up, no good, off the back of the iron, had a good look, just kicked out. Morrison with the basketball as they bring it out front. 5:25 to play here in the opening quarter, tied 3-3, and we get an offensive foul. Pushing off with the armbar. Gelladini committing the foul. That will be her first, and the ball will be turned over to Fulton. So the Steamers with the basketball looking to break the 3-all tie and take their first lead of the ball game. Here's Belle Curley with the ball, tried to get it down low, and it's stolen away. Steamer turnover gives it back to Morrison as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the opening quarter, all tied 3-3. Fulton and Morrison. Steamers won the first meeting back on January 8th, 45-15. Shot up, no good. A third opportunity's up, no good. Then the ball out of bounds. It remains Morrison basketball. Haley Smither picks up foul number 2. She'll have to have a seat on the bench. Smither and Mitchell come out as Ella Folk and Breanne Brennan in for the Steamers. Down low, shot up, no good by Damhoff. And Fulton with the basketball, again trying to break the 3-all tie. 4.5 minutes to play here in quarter number 1 on senior night. Ren Coffey to Belle Curley. Curley with the basketball, gives it off to Bree Hayton. Hayton driving, right side, Brennan for 3, up and good. Breanne Brennan with a 3-point basket. That is her 15th of the season and gives the Steamers a 6-3 lead. First lead of the ball game for Fulton. Morrison with a basketball. Inside White, she's going to be fouled by Ella Folk. That'll be her first, third team foul. And 2 free throws coming up for the Philly junior Avery White. White 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. She has all 3 of the Morrison points. Make that 4. And she'll have 1 more free throw coming here with 3:58 remaining in the opening quarter. And the Steamer lead down to 2. Second free throw by White, rattled out. Rebound, though, right back to the Phillies, and the shot was no good by Damhoff. So Fulton with a basketball, leading by 2, 6-4. Mel Curley with the ball out front, left side to Bree Hayton, in the baseline to Coffey. Back to Bree Hayton. Hayton with the ball, Coffey left corner. She's going to pop the 3. It's good! Wren Coffey out of that deep corner with a 3. And for Wren, that is her 21st three-point basket on the season. It's 9-4, Steamers. And then we're going to get a 30-second timeout called by head coach Kyle Skipper, as they were trapped in that far corner, and he had to use the 30-second timeout to avoid turning the ball back over to the Steamers. So 3:21 remaining here in the opening quarter. It's 9-4, Fulton with its biggest lead. It'll be Morrison basketball following the timeout. Again, we'll be back here tomorrow night. Rivalry night once again. This time it's the boys going at it here at Stan Borgman Court for a second and final time of the regular season, as Fulton will look to avenge a 52-48 loss at Morrison earlier in the season. So Morrison with the basketball, Damhoff underneath to White, layup good. White with 6. It's 9-6 Steamers. As we approach the 3-minute mark here in the opening quarter. Wren Coffey with the basketball, near side to Ella Folk, to Breanne Brennan. Brennan tries a little scoop shot. She's going to be fouled and will be shooting free throws. Foul going to be whistled on Avery White. That'll be her first. Team foul number 2 on the Phillies. And Breanne Brennan will be shooting 2 for the Steamers. 61% free throw shooter on the season, and the first one no good. Breanne with 1 more free throw coming here. And a chance to get the lead to 4. And she does. 4 points for Breanne Brennan. It's a 4-point Steamer lead, 10-6. And now the ball thrown away right into the hands of Bree Hayton. She scores and is fouled, and will have a shot at a 3-point play. So Bree Hayton gets the basket, draws the foul on Gelladini. That is her second. And Bree Hayton looks to convert a 3-point play with a free throw. It's short out the front of the rim. And the ball out of bounds to Morrison. So the Steamers with their biggest lead of the game right now at 6. Morrison with the basketball in the backcourt, and the ball almost stolen away. Good hustle by Breanne Brennan. 2:50 remaining in the quarter, 12-6 Steamers. Ball inbounds, and now the ball stolen away by the Steamers, and then they're going to throw it away. So the ball right back to Morrison. They get the ball inbounds. Gallegos has it in the backcourt, and the ball's going to be stolen away by the Steamers. Nice pass from Wren Coffey to Bree Hayton. And that'll make it 14-6. 8-point Steamer lead, 2:33 to play here in the opening quarter. With the basketball, Sophie Damhoff underneath to White, shot good. Avery White with a basket, she has 8. It's 14-8. Steamers, 2:10 to play here in the opening quarter. Bree Hayton with the ball on the near side, out to Ren Coffey. 1-2-2 defense applied. Here's Coffey for a deep three. It's short, off the front of the rim. Morrison with a basketball, down 6. 1:50 to play here in quarter one. Damhoff's shot is up, no good. White battles for the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball. Alternate possession, it's Morrison basketball. Zoe Milder, the freshman, in the game now for Morrison. Ball slapped out of bounds by Ren Coffey. 1:45 left here in the opening quarter. It's 14-8 in favor of the Steamers. Morrison will inbounds in front of the Steamer bench. Amelia Wetzel in the game, the freshman, trying to get the ball inbounds. Again, Morrison will inbounds in front of the Steamer bench. 1:44 left here in the opening quarter. It's 14-8 Fulton. Milder gets it inside. Shot off the glass by White. Up, no good. Fulton with the basketball. 1:33 to play in the quarter. Brennan has it. Driving to the basket. Tries to get a shot away, and it's going to get a whistle from the far side of the court. White picks up her second foul, the 4th team foul on the Phillies. And back at the free throw line will be Breanne Brennan, 1 for 2 from the line. Free throw no good. She'll have one more free throw coming here. Remains a 6-point Fulton lead with 1:28 to play in the quarter. Second one around and in. So Breanne Brennan hits 1 out of 2, has 5 points. And the Steamer lead right now is 7 at 15-8. Here's a shot down low, no good, and on the rebound, we're going to get a whistle to foul as Milder tried to follow her own miss, draws a foul. Foul going to be whistled on Ella Folk. That is her second, and Mike Menchaca wants timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 1:18 remaining first quarter. Fulton leading Morrison 15-8. Back to Stan Borgman Court after this timeout.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
Robert Bertram back here, Stan Borgman Court following the Steamer timeout. Free throws coming up for the Phillies. Zoe Milder, the freshman, at the line. 1:18 left in the quarter. Steamer lead is 7. Free throw no good off the back of the iron. She'll have one more coming here. Second free throw in the air. This one rattled out. White gets a big rebound. Kicks it out to Damhoff. First shot good. It's 15-10. Steamers, 1:08 to play in the quarter. Bree Hayton with the ball in the right corner to Ella Folk. Back to Hayton for 3. It's up, no good. Too strong that time around. And Morrison with the basketball. Chance for the Phillies to get closer. They're within 5, 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. White at the free throw line, off to Damhoff. First shot is up, no good. Rebound opportunity by White, no good. Fulton with the ball, left side, Bree Hayton. Out to Breanne Brennan. Brennan cut off of the free throw line, gives it to Curley. In the right corner to Ella Folk. 25 seconds to play in the quarter. Steamer lead is 5. Coffee, left side. Here's a 3 up by Belle Curley, no good. And the rebound comes off to Morrison. They're off and running with the ball. And we're going to get a blocking foul on Breanne Brennan. She tries to take the charge, hit the floor, comes up limping a little bit. They're going to call the foul on Ella Folk. So he signals the foul on Ella Folk. That is her 3rd. Free throw is no good by Milder. She'll have one more coming. Nope, now he did say it was 2. Okay, it is 2. He corrected it. Second free throw, no good. Belle Curley with a rebound. So the foul is on Breanne Brennan, her first, and not Ella Folk, as was originally indicated. Brennan left side, fires away, no good, and that's the quarter. So at the end of quarter number 1, in this NUIC Southern Division matchup, it's Fulton 15, Morrison 10. We'll come back with a second quarter from Stan Borgman Court after this timeout.
Feel like you're part of a family. We are going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
Welcome back to Stan Borgman Court. One quarter in the books. It's Fulton 15, Morrison 10 as we get set for quarter number 2 of basketball action. As I mentioned back on January 8th in the first meeting between these two schools at Morrison, Fulton won 45-15. Morrison only scored 15 total points in that first matchup. They have 10 here in just the first quarter alone, so big improvement for the Morrison Phillies from that first meeting back on January 8th. Fulton with the basketball. Belle Curley, left side to Breanne Brennan, to Haley Smither in the paint, lost the ball. Turnover on the Steamers. Morrison with the basketball. And they're going to turn it right back over on the traveling call. Ella Folk in the game for the Steamers. Breanne Brennan comes out, 7:25 to play. Here in the second quarter, it's 15-10 Fulton. Steamers' biggest lead has been 8. Biggest lead by Morrison has been 3, and we've been tied once here in the first half, and now we're going to get a jump ball. Alternate possession to Morrison. So Morrison basketball, length of the floor to go for the Phillies. They trail it 15-10. And the ball going to be thrown away. Ren Coffey comes up with a steal to Bree Hayton. She spins, fires, shot, good on the bounce. Bree Hayton with the basket. 17-10 Steamers. Fulton falling back defensively. Morrison with the ball. Gelladini has it out front. Now she lost the dribble into the backcourt, and that's over and back. Turnover on the Phillies gives the ball back to Fulton. They'll be inbounds, far side of the court. Right at the midcourt stripe, 6:40 to play before halftime. Steamers look to build on a 7-point lead. Bree Hayton with the ball near side. To Belle Curley. Curley tries to get it underneath to Ella Folk, and she's going to be fouled. Foul on Milder, that'll be her first. First team foul in the quarter on Morrison. 6:29 to play before halftime. Steamers inbounds under their basket. Here's Curley, left corner for three. It's good. Belle Curley knocks in her first basket of the game. It's a big three out of that left corner for Belle, her 11th three-point basket of the season. And the Steamers with their biggest lead at 10 right now, 20-10. And we're going to get a jump ball and the possession arrow in favor of Fulton. So it's Fulton basketball, 6:11 to play, quarter number 2. Steamers with a 10-point lead. On the Morrison Phillies, Ella Folk right side, off to Ren Coffey. Or near side, Bree Hayton for three, it's good again. Second three-point basket for Bree Hayton, she has 12. And the Steamer lead is 13 at 23-10. Fulton on an 8-0 run and traveling on Morrison. So the Phillies will turn the ball back over to the Steamers. 5:42 to play before halftime, and Fulton leading by 13. Ren Coffey with the basketball. Near side to Ella Folk on the wing, now to Breanne Brennan. Near side, Bree Hayton with the ball. Left side to Haley Smither. In the corner, Ella Folk. She'll try a three. This one's too strong. Rebound, though, tracked down by Bree Hayton, and she's going to be fouled. Anea Perales picks up the foul. That'll be her first. Second team foul in the quarter on the Phillies. Steamers inbounds. Hayton left corner. Three ball up. No, short. And Morrison with the basketball. The Phillies off and running. Far side is Wetzel. Now it's stolen away. Steamers come up with it on the Morrison turnover. And then we're going to get a blocking foul on Morrison. Milder gets the foul, or second. Fulton basketball. We approach the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 2. 23-10 Steamers. Pass intended for Haley Smither on the baseline. Tapped out of bounds by Damhoff for the Phillies. Steamers will inbounds under their basket. Leading by 13. 4:56 to play before halftime. So here we go. Fulton to inbounds under their basket. Try to get it in. It's off Ren Coffey, out of bounds. The ball was thrown at her feet. Went right out of bounds. Off of Ren. And now Ren almost coming up with a steal. Good anticipation defensively by the sophomore Ren Coffey. Almost come up with a steal, but ran out of room. Again, Morrison looks to get it inbounds. They do to Sophie Damhoff. Double team. Gives it off of the far side. And it's going to go out of bounds. So the turnover gives the ball back to Fulton. 4:48 to play in the half. Steamer lead 13. Again, Ren Coffey with the basketball. Left side to Breanne Brennan. Baseline, Haley Smither. Tries to bounce it inside to Ella Folk. Now she scoops it over to Bree Hayton. So they keep it alive. Here's Coffey with the ball. Backs up for a three. It's good. Ren Coffey knocks in her second three. Makes it 26-10 Steamers. 4:17 to play in the half. 22 three-point baskets on the season for Ren Coffey, and Morrison will turn it over yet another time. Belle Curley in for the Steamers. Bree Hayton comes out for a breather. 4:12 to play here in the second quarter. Steamer lead right now is 16. As Fulton an 11-0 run. Morrison is yet to score in this second quarter. After putting up all 10 points in the first quarter, now the ball's stolen away as the Steamers turn it over. Morrison with the ball in the backcourt. Now they get it across the timeline. Perales. She'll pop a shot up, and it's well short of the mark. Fulton with the basketball. Curley on the near side. Down low to Smither. Inside, Ella Folk. Shot good. Nice ball movement by the Steamers. 28-10 Fulton. And we're going to get a timeout called for by Morrison head coach Kyle Skipper. And it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 3:29 remaining. Quarter number 2, it's Fulton 28, Morrison 10. Back with more basketball action after this timeout.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person.
Welcome back to NUIC Southern Division basketball tonight on senior night at Stan Borgman Court here at Fulton High School. Fulton and Morrison for the second and final time during the regular season. So regular season winding down. Ball gonna go out of bounds. They say off Fulton. So Morrison will hold on to it under their basket. 3:23 to play in the half. 28-10 Fulton. Kiara Hudson back in the game for Morrison. Perales will come out. Ball inbounds. Damhoff shot short. Fulton with the basketball. Ren Coffey near side to Belle Curley. Squares a three up. No good. Haley Smither with a big rebound. Count it, and she's fouled. And we'll have a shot at a three-point play. So Haley Smither, one of 3 seniors honored tonight on senior night. Hudson picks up the foul for the Phillies, her first. And Haley Smither looks to convert a three-point play. Haley, 60% free throw shooter on the season. It's up, no good. And the rebound comes off to Morrison. So it's a 20-point Steamer lead. 3 minutes to play before halftime. Morrison with the ball. Sophie Damhoff. She'll get the shot up and leave it short. Ella Folk with a rebound. So Fulton underneath. Layup good. Haley Smither. She has 4. 32-10 Steamers. Then we're going to get blocking foul on the Steamers. Belle Curley picks up her first personal. First team foul in the quarter on the Steamers. Morrison just does get the ball inbounds. Hudson has it. Gives it back now to Wetzel, the freshman. Wetzel with the ball to Damhoff between the circles. Damhoff with the ball. Hands it off to Milder. Milder trying to drive. We're going to get a blocking foul on Ren Coffey. Ren Coffey picks up her first personal foul. Milder at the line shoots 2 for the Phillies. 2:17 to play in the half. Free throw, no good. She'll have one more coming here. Steamers with their biggest lead right now at 32-10. Second free throw is up. This one is good. And Morrison trailing 32-11. Steamers use a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 2:17 to play. Again, we'll be back here tomorrow night as our rivalry week continues. It'll be the Fulton boys playing host to the Morrison Mustangs for the second and final time this season, as the Steamers look to get a little revenge as the Mustangs squeaked out a 52-48 win on their home floor earlier this season. So the Steamers will look to do likewise here and win on the home floor. 2:17 to play before halftime. 32-11 Fulton, and the Steamers with a basketball. Bree Hayton, bounce pass Haley Smither. Ren Coffey with the ball, near side to Belle Curley, back to Smither. Haley with the ball, tries to bounce it inside. Coffey comes up with it, runner by Ren, good. Ren Coffey with 8, 34-11 Steamers. Morrison with the ball, Damhoff, off it goes to Wetzel. Wetzel, runner on the way, too hard off the glass. Rebound inside, White missed. And then we're going to get a whistle and a foul. If that's on White, it's her third, and it is. Avery White commits her third personal foul. Team foul number 5 in the quarter. So Haley Smithers shoots 2 free throws for the Steamers. Haley 0 of 1 from the line. Free throw is good, nothing but net by the senior. Mitchell in for the Steamers. Belle Curley will come out, as head coach Mike Menchaca flip-flops seniors there. Takes Curley out, puts Mitchell in. Second free throw by Haley Smither, no good. She hits 1 out of 2. 35-11 Steamers. And Morrison once again. Good defense by the Steamers, forcing the Phillies to step on the sideline, and they'll turn it over once again. Fulton has it. 1:30 left in the half, leading 35-11. Ren Coffey with the basketball. Gives it off to Ella Folk. Hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell in the lane, runner up, good, off the glass. Araya Mitchell with her first basket here on senior night, 37-11, Fulton. Morrison basketball, length of the floor to go. 1:13 to play before halftime. Ren Coffey had her hand on the ball, knocked it out of bounds. It's Morrison struggling to get the ball inbounds. 1:12 to play here in the quarter. Now they do get it inbounds to Wetzel, the freshman. Wetzel tries to give it to Ashley Alba, but it's well out of her reach. She tried to track it down, could not do so. And the turnover gives the ball back to Fulton with 1 minute remaining before halftime. Ren Coffey with the ball. Off to Ella Folk. To Mitchell. Left side to Hayton. She'll take a 3. It's up and short. Coffey underneath. Reverse layup won't go. And then we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Mitchell picks up the foul for the Steamers, her first, third team foul. Leah Qualman, the freshman in the game for the Steamers. Ren Coffey comes out. 46.9 remaining before halftime. Morrison with the ball, Damhoff. 2-on-1 break. Damhoff tries to go up, draws the blocking foul, and will be shooting free throws. Ella Folk picks up the foul. That's her third. Fourth team foul. 2 free throws coming up for the Morrison sophomore Sophie Damhoff. First one up, no good. It's short off the front of the rim. She'll have one more free throw coming here. Ella Folk comes out, replaced by J.C. Voss, the freshman for the Steamers. Second free throw by Damhoff is up, no good, off the left side of the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds to Fulton. So it's Fulton basketball, length of the floor to go, 39.6 to play here in the second quarter, and the Steamers up 37-11. Down low, Voss, shot good. J.C. Voss with a basket. 39-11 Steamers. Here's a layup, good by Damhoff of Morrison. Her second basket. She has 4. It's 39-13 Steamers. And then the ball going to be turned over to Morrison. So Morrison with the basketball in the backcourt. 8 seconds, 7, 6. The ball stolen away. Bree Hayton with it. Shot, no good. Rattled out. Here's Hayton again. Left side for 3. Count it. As Bree Hayton backs it out for 3 in that left corner in Drano. A 3-ball, the third one in the first half for Bree Hayton, and will push the Steamers to the lead here at halftime. So we've reached halftime here from Stan Borgman Court, and the Steamers leading Morrison here at halftime. We'll step aside for this extended halftime timeout. When we come back, we'll recap the first half for you, take a look at the leading scorers, and get set for quarter number 3 of basketball action here on senior night at Stan Borgman Court. Fulton leading Morrison here at halftime. Back after this extended timeout.
In the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We are going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
From the moment I walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We are going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
Robert Bertram back here, Stan Borgman Court at halftime. Fulton Steamers leading the Morrison Phillies by the score of 41-13. Steamers led at the end of the first quarter, 15-10, but then turned things up a notch in the second quarter, outscoring the Phillies 26-3, as Fulton has the 41-13 halftime lead. Taking a look at the leading scorers for the Steamers, 14-point first half for Bree Hayton, including a couple threes. Now that last shot prior to the buzzer we thought was a three, but they evidently ruled it just a 2-point basket. So instead of 42 points, the Steamers have 41 here at halftime. But nonetheless, Bree Hayton with a strong first half, 14 points to lead the Steamers. 8 points for Ren Coffey, including a couple threes. 5 points for Breanne Brennan, including a three. 5 points for Haley Smither. 3 points for Belle Curley, that on a 3-point basket. And 2 points apiece for Ella Folk, Araya Mitchell, and J.C. Voss. For the Phillies, they're led by Avery White, the junior, with an 8-point first half. 4 points for Sophie Damhoff, and a free throw and 1 point for Zoe Milder. In that first half, unofficially, Morrison 5 for 20, 25%, 3 out of 12 from the free throw line, 25%, and they turned the ball over 17 times. For the Steamers in the first half, 16 out of 30, 53%, 3 out of 8 from the free throw line, 38%, and the Steamers with 8 turnovers in the first half. So Morrison basketball shot up no good to start the third quarter. Here come the Steamers. Ren Coffey layup, good. Ren with 10, 43-13. Steamers. 7:33 to play here in the third quarter. Here's a shot for three, up and good by Hudson of the Phillies. Her first points, 43-16. As Morrison, with that basket, has surpassed the total points they scored against Fulton in their first meeting back in January, when they only scored 15 against the Steamers. Shot no good by Haley Smither. And Morrison with a basketball, 6:55 to play here in the third quarter. Hudson back out front now. Eligos has it. Near side, Hudson. Here's inside, White, shot no good, and on the rebound, she's going to pick up her fourth foul. Push in the back on Avery White, trying to follow her own miss. So Fulton with the basketball, leading 43-16. 6:30 to play here in the third quarter. Belle Curley with the ball on the near side. Haley Smither open for three. She'll pop it up and in. A three-point basket for Haley Smither. That is, believe it or not, her first three-point basket of the season. 46-16, Steamers. Here's a three by Damhoff to answer, no good. Haley Smither gets the rebound. Ren Coffey on the near side to Mitchell. Back out to Smither, to Curley. Curley for three. It's up, no good, off the back of the iron. A rebound to Morrison. So the Phillies with the basketball, trailing 46-16. 5.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Damhoff with the ball. Near side to Hudson. And the ball's thrown away. Steamers have it on the turnover. Bree Hayton, right side to Curley to Hayton. Swings it near side. Here's Mitchell for three. It's up and good. Araya Mitchell with a three. Her fourth three-point basket of the season. It's 49-16 Steamers. Biggest lead of the game right now for Fulton. Under 5 to play here in the third quarter, and Belle Curley going to force the jump ball. Ella Folk and Lauren Falls in the game now for the Steamers. 4:58 to play here in quarter number 3. Fulton leading 49-16. Glad to have you aboard wherever you're tuning in our telecast tonight, whether you're in Morrison, Fulton, down in Missouri, Tennessee, Florida. I know there's people in Florida watching. Also out in Arizona. And the Steamer's going to turn the ball over. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll tune in tomorrow night. These same schools go at it, except it'll be the Varsity boys for a second and final time in the regular season. Shot by Damhoff, leaves it short on the baseline. Steamers with the basketball. Coffee kicks it out to Bree Hayton. Hayton with the ball, she'll back it out. Looking, gives it off to Mitchell, far side. Mitchell with the ball, runner on the baseline, too strong. Coffee gets the rebound. Wren, down low, kick it back out. Hayton left side for three, nope, short of the mark. Rebound though to Falls. Back to Hayton with it. Bree lobs it inside, and it's stolen away by Morrison. Good defense by the Phillies. 3:49 to play here in the third quarter. 49-16 Fulton. Damhoff on the near side. Hudson for three. It's up, no good. Rebound Fulton. Steamers off and running. Ella Folk, layup no, left it short. Morrison with the basketball. So the Phillies have it. 3:20 to play here in the third quarter. Steamers back in a zone right now. Down low for the Phillies. Shot is up, no good by Alba. Rebound is put up and in. Gallegos gets the basket. 49-18. Fulton, 2:55 to play here in the third quarter. And the Steamers are going to turn it over. Paisley Van Zuden and J.C. Voss in the game for the Steamers. So it is Morrison basketball, 2:48 to play in the quarter. Shot up, no good. Here comes Van Zuden, layup, no good. She's going to be fouled. And we'll have a couple free throws coming up. Gallegos picks up the foul. That is her first. Second in the quarter on the Phillies. Paisley Van Zuden, free throw good. Bounces around and settles in for the freshman. She'll have one more coming here. This one is up, no good, kicked out of the near side. 50-18 Steamers, 2:33 to play, third quarter. So Fulton playing with three freshmen and two sophomores on the floor. Morrison with the ball, and they're going to throw it away. Perales could not get the pass, went out of bounds. Turnover right back to Fulton. 2:17 to play here in the third quarter. Steamer lead is 32. Wren Coffey with the ball, far side. Picks up the dribble. Gives it off to J.C. Voss in the lane. Spins and fires. She leaves it short but is fouled. And J.C. should have a couple free throws coming. Remzi Geladini committing her third personal foul. J.C. Voss free throw short. It barely hit the front of the rim. She'll have one more coming here. Voss in varsity play, 50% from the free throw line. This one's short again, just nipping the front of the rim. So Morrison basketball, 1:52 to play here in the third quarter, and they throw it away. Another Philly turnover. Fulton basketball, length of the floor to go. Ella Folk will inbounds to Wren Coffey. Wren will walk it across the timeline. Swings it on the near side to Lee Qualman. Qualman with the ball. Right side to Coffey in the corner. Wren's going to hand it off to Ella Folk. Back to Wren Coffey. Minute 33 to play here in the third quarter. Now Wren will set the offense. Right side. Qualman has it. She tries to drive. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. They say last touch by Morrison, so the Steamers will hold on to it under their basket. Minute 21 left here in the third quarter. Here's Van Zuden, left side for three. It's up, no good. And the rebound to Morrison. Damhoff with the basketball. Damhoff, top of the key for three. It's up, no good. Kicked out of the back of the rim. Now the Phillies try to force it down low. It's tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Steamers. So the Phillies again will inbounds under their basket. 1:01 to play here in the third quarter. Inbounds to Sophie Damhoff. She'll square it for three. Leaves it short. But the ball tracked down by the Phillies as they reset. Gelladini gives it off. Gallagher's far side. Cut off of the baseline. Kicks it back out front. Near side. Damhoff for three. It's up. No good. Too strong. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And that is on Morrison. As Gelladini picks up foul number 4. So it'll be Fulton basketball. Team foul number 4 on Morrison in the quarter. Length of the court to go for the Steamers. Falls is in for the Steamers. Ella Folk comes out. 31.4 to play, third quarter. Fulton with the basketball, up 32. Wren Coffey. Back to Qualman. To Falls. Falls lost the ball, but Wren Coffey will track it down. Wren with the basketball. Gives it off near side. Qualman for three. This one is in. Banked in by Leah Qualman. It's the freshman banks in the three. Her second three-point basket of the season. And will give the Fulton Steamers a 53-18 lead after three quarters. We'll come back to Stan Borgman Court for quarter number 4 after this timeout.
In the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation.
Robert Bertram back here at Stan Borgman Court in that third quarter. Steamers outscoring the Phillies 12-5. As we begin quarter number 4 basketball action, Morrison with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. White, near side with the ball is Wetzel. Tries to bounce it inside. The ball stolen away. Good defense by the Steamers. Van Zuden down low to Smither. Spins, fires, shot too strong. Rebound back to the Steamers. Van Zuden, runner on the baseline, no good. Popped out of the cylinder. So it's Morrison basketball, 7:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. And the Steamers up 35. Damhoff with the ball. Wetzel on the near side will pop the three. It's good. Wetzel banks in a three. 53-21. Steamers. 6:55 to go. Haley Smither with the ball. Has it stolen away. Morrison comes up with it. Now the ball loose, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Foul going to be whistled on Sophie Damhoff for the Phillies, her first. So Belle Curley and Araya Mitchell in for the Steamers. So it's Fulton basketball, length of the floor to go. Steamers leading 53-21 as we have a continuous clock now in effect. So the continuous clock comes into play. Fulton with the basketball, leading 53-21. Belle Curley with the ball, lobs it for Haley Smither, and the ball's going to go out of bounds off of Morrison. So Fulton will inbounds under their basket. Ren Coffey to check in for the Steamers. Mitchell will come out. 5:50 to play here in the ball game. As again, we have a continuous clock. Here's Curley out of the corner for three. Leaves it short. And Morrison with the basketball. This is Wetzel. Bounce pass on the baseline. Shot is up. No good by Milder. And it's going to go out of bounds to Fulton. So Steamer basketball. 53-21 Fulton. 5:19 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Again, we'll be back here tomorrow night as rivalry week continues. Here's a nice shot by Haley Smither. She has 7. 55-21 Steamers. 34-point lead. Near side, Wetzel with the basketball. Here's a pass down low to White. Her shot up, no good. Fulton with the basketball. Bree Hayton. Inside, Haley Smithers, shot no good. Breanne Brennan with a rebound. Scoops it up and leaves it short. So we'll head the other direction. Steamers had a couple shots in the paint, and they go for nil. So Morrison has it, 4:20 to go. And the Steamers leading 55-21. Milder back out it goes. 3 ball on the way and good by Wetzel, the freshman. She's knocked in 2 threes. 55-24. Hayton off to Smither. Her shot from 17 is good. Haley Smither knocks down the basket. She has 12. Makes it 57-24, Steamers. It's a full timeout, so we're going to take one as well. 3:54 to go. Fulton up 57-24. Back to Stan Borgman Court after this timeout.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We're going to talk to you like a normal person.
Welcome back to Fulton High School, NUIC Southern Division basketball tonight. Fulton leading Morrison 57-24 as the Steamers look for the season sweep. Shot for 3 by White, no good, off the mark. Rebound to Fulton. Ren Coffey across the timeline. 3.5 to go, hands it off to Belle Curley. Gives it to Bree Hayton. Hands it off to Ren Coffey. Coffey with the ball, kicks it off of the near side. Ella Folk back to Belle Curley. She'll pop a three. It's up, no good. Rebound to Morrison. Wetzel with the basketball. Kicks it back out to White. Left side, they work it. Shot up, good. Wilder gets the basket. She has three, 57-26. Fulton, 2:55 to go. Ren Coffey with the ball. Drives all the way in, floats it up, no good, off the right side of the rim. So Morrison basketball, 2:40 to go. Steamers won the JV game 31-19. So they look to make it a sweep of the Phillies here tonight. Now the ball's turned over. Bree Hayton with the basketball and the Philly turnover. And we're going to get foul called on Morrison. Gallegos commits the foul, her second. Ball inbounds to Ren Coffey in the circle. Gives it off now to Emma Schreiber, the freshman, who's in the game. Here's Coffey with the basketball near side, and she's going to be fouled. Alba commits the foul, her first, third team foul on Morrison in the quarter. Steamers will inbounds under their basket. 1:40 and counting. And now the pass intercepted, stole it away. Wilder tried the shot, it's no good. And the ball's going to go out of bounds off Ren Coffey in the backcourt. So Morrison will inbounds in front of their bench, 1:19 to play. Here's a three on the way, up no good, off the back of the iron by Wetzel. And the ball goes out of bounds to Fulton with 1:07 to go. As Mike Menchaca again goes to the bench and will bring in three freshmen. J.C. Voss, Leah Qualman, Tegan Campy in. As all three seniors honored tonight come out of the ball game for the Steamers, and they get a little standing ovation from the Steamer faithful here tonight. 40 seconds to go, 57-26 Fulton. Coffey with the ball on the near side. Cross court to Qualman. Back to Coffey between the circles. 27 seconds to play. Tries to force it inside, the ball's thrown away. Morrison with the basketball and the Steamer turnover, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Ren Coffey. Ren will pick up her second foul. Just the first team foul in the quarter on the Steamers. 8 seconds to play. As Morrison looks to get the ball in and get a final shot off. 2 seconds. 1 second. Here's the final shot. It's no good. And that's the ball game. So the final score tonight in this NUIC Southern Division matchup from Stan Borgman Court. It's the Fulton Steamers 57 and the Morrison Phillies 26. 57-26. The Fulton Steamers get the victory over the Morrison Phillies here this evening. With the win, the Steamers improved to 5-4 in conference play, 17-8 on the season. Morrison with a loss drops to 0-8 in the division. They're now 0-25 on the season. So again, the final here tonight from Stan Borgman Court. Fulton a winner over Morrison for the second time this season as the Steamers get the victory 57-26. We'll step aside for this extended timeout. When we come back, we'll recap the ball game for you, have a look at the leading scorers, and we'll also have a chat with head coach Mike Menchaca of the Fulton Steamers. All of that is coming up next. Don't go away following this extended timeout.
We've got a saying around here that says we're just regular people helping regular people. And I think it's more than a saying. I think when you walk through the door, you realize that.
We believe in being good stewards of what has been entrusted to us, and that includes people trusting us to manage their money that they work their whole life to achieve, and that's their nest that they're going to retire on.
You're going to feel like you're part of a family. We are going to talk to you like a normal person. We're going to explain things, educate you, and just really welcome you in with open arms. It's a very simple phone call to make that could really change your future.
From the moment I walk in the morning to the time I go home at night, I'm helping people, and they're doing things that made me nervous the first time and even the second time, and that is buying or financing a home. It makes me happy to be able to help them be more comfortable in that process, and that's generally the case. By the time we get to closing, everybody's pretty comfortable with the situation and the financing options they have.
All right, welcome back to Stan Borgman Court, where the Fulton Steamers get the victory tonight over the visiting Morrison Phillies, 57-26. Steamers led at the end of the first quarter, 15-10, had a big second quarter, outscoring the Phillies 26-3 in the second quarter to lead 41-13 at the half. They extended that lead in the third quarter, outscoring Morrison 12-5. After three, it was Fulton 53, Morrison 18. And then in that fourth quarter, the Phillies outscoring the Steamers 8-4. But it was too little too late as Fulton goes on to get the victory tonight, 57-26, as the Steamers improved to 5-4 in Southern Division play, 17-8 on the season. Morrison drops to 0-8 in conference play. They're now 0-25 on the season. Next up for Fulton, they'll be back in action on Monday night when they'll play at Amboy in a key Southern Division matchup in the NUIC South. For the Steamers, they had three players in double figures tonight. Leading the way was Bree Hayton, the sophomore, finished with 14 points, all of those coming in the first half. 12 points for Haley Smither, 10 points for Wren Coffey, 5 points for Breanne Brennan, 5 points for Araya Mitchell, 3 points for Belle Curley, 3 points for Leah Qualman, 2 points for JC Voss, 2 points for Ella Folk, and a free throw and 1 point for Paisley Van Zuden. For the Morrison Phillies, no players in double figures. They were led by Avery White. The junior finished with 8 points, all of those coming in the first half. 6 points for Amelia Wetzel, the freshman, on 2 3-point baskets. 4 points for Sophie Damhoff, 3 for Kiera Hudson, 3 points for Zoe Milder, and 2 points for Elaine Gallegos. So again, the Steamers get the victory here tonight on the home floor, 57-26 to sweep the 2-game regular season with Morrison. They won the first meeting back in January, 45-15, and they win the second meeting 57-26. For the Morrison Phillies, they'll be back in action on Monday night as well, as they will get out of conference play and will play host to Erie Prophetstown. So the Steamers get the win, make it a sweep here tonight, as Fulton also winning the JV game over Morrison by the score of 31-19, as again the Steamers make it a sweep, winning the varsity contest here tonight 57-26. Again, we'll be back here tomorrow night as our rivalry week continues. It'll be the Fulton Steamer boys playing host to the Morrison Mustangs in an NUIC Southern Division matchup for the second and final time here in the regular season. Morrison winning the first meeting over Fulton in boys play 52-48, one that the Steamers felt they let slip through their fingers, one they should have won. So the Steamers will be looking for a little redemption tomorrow night, as they will play host to the Morrison Mustangs in an NUIC Southern Division matchup back here at Stan Borgman Court, as, believe it or not, the regular season starting to wind down. Once we get into the month of February, we'll have a couple weeks of basketball action, and then it will be postseason time for both the girls and boys here in the state of Illinois. We'll get in head coach Mike Menchaca. Congratulations, Coach. A big win for you here tonight. And
Thanks.
One thing, you got to play a lot of players tonight.
Yeah, we did. And our, I think ultimately our goal was to put a good show up here for our seniors and for the crowd. We had a great crowd. We wanted to get downhill and get uphill fast and move the ball. And we started off a little bit slow defensively, but we got together and got back to our bread and butter, which is pressure and leads to good offense.
Yeah, it definitely did. You had that 15-10 lead at the quarter, but then ratcheted up in that second quarter, outscoring them 26-3 to take control of the ball game.
Yeah, and that was what we talked about in the timeout. If we're just going to hang around the perimeter and jack shots up, and we got to shoot 70%. I mean, because we were getting beat on defense on the boards. And the big kid, the Ava White, she was playing really well around the rim. And I said, so we got to do something different. It's going to have to be with pressure. Let's just go back to that and then do our jobs. And we're fortunate enough to get a lot of turnovers. And, kids like Breeley and Wren, they're go. I mean, so you don't have to tell them. And then, now with Belle being healthy, we're able to do that more often. So, Haley got in foul trouble early, but she still contributed on both ends of the floor, and that was nice to see. But young kids did a good job of stepping up tonight.
They definitely did, and perimeter shots were falling too. You ended up with 9 3-point baskets made tonight.
Yeah, that's close to probably a record for us. But we do have shooters. It's how we're going to get them the ball, and are we going to do it within a flow, or are we just going to kind of one pass and jack? But I thought tonight was it was a nice showing with that. We shot the ball well. We moved the ball well. There were some really nice plays where we displayed teamwork and shared the ball. And of course, senior night, Araya, just joined us this year, and we're thankful for that. I thought she had a nice game.
Yeah, she did.
But, Belle and Haley, what people don't remember is we just talked about locker room. They started their high school career on the other end of bad history. When they came in as freshmen, they were part of the first team in Fulton that didn't have a team. We vacated it. It was zeros. We forfeited. Right. And then we just played some JV games where we were getting beat by 60 and 50. And then if it wasn't for them, I don't know, we'd have a squad. So, and now they're on the other side of good history. Yeah. 17 wins is the best in 33 seasons. And so, it just goes to show that we had a lot of kids quit and give up, and these two didn't. And honestly, it's a physical sport. Like I said, there's no net between you. There's no third out. It's bodies on bodies. It's a physical atmosphere, and some kids just can't hack it. And I'm just proud of these seniors here that stuck with us and stuck with me.
Yeah, most definitely. You get the win, you get the conference win, and also a good win coming off that loss up at Eastland to kind of get you headed back in the right direction. As now we're on the downhill slide and getting closer to postseason just around the corner, and now you want to start to be playing your best basketball.
Well, we got to be sharper. We talked about it. I mean, Eastland, after the first quarter, our game plan was working fine, and then we lost sight of that, I think, a little bit. Shots didn't fall there, but we did a good job up until about that last 2 minutes of the second quarter. And if we stick to the game plans, signature win would be against Amboy. We got to knock them off if we want to do anything special. And then, it's nice to have 20 wins or whatever we end up with, but we care about putting up some plaques in here, so that's a little more important than that.
All right, well, you're headed the right direction, Coach. Congratulations on the victory, and best of luck to you on the road at Amboy.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, head coach Mike Menchaca, the victorious Fulton Steamers, they get the win tonight over the Morrison Phillies for the second time this season, winning here on senior night 57-26, 14 for Bree Hayton, 12 for Haley Smither, 10 for Ren Coffey, as the Steamers get the victory here this evening. And they also won the JV game over Morrison 31-19. So that's going to do it for our telecast tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to those behind the scenes for their engineering work here this evening. And again, we'll be back here tomorrow night. It'll be the Fulton Steamer boys looking for some revenge as they'll host the Morrison Mustangs in another battle here from Stan Borgman Court. If you can't make it, we'll have it all for you tomorrow night right here. So tune in if you can't come on out here and root in person. So again, the final here tonight, Fulton a winner, getting their 17th victory of the season as the Steamers down the Morrison Phillies tonight 57-26. Until tomorrow night, the Robert Bertram saying so long from Stan Borgman Court here at Fulton High School.